The bordbia quality mark, ensuring your food is produced to the highest standards of traceability and care for the environment.
Today my food trails are taking me to County Kilkenny and to Campania Restaurant, one of 2 Michelin-starred restaurants in the county. I'm going to meet Nicholas Moss, whose pottery can be found in kitchens all over the country. And I'll be making jam with Helen G, the wonderful woman behind G's Jams. But first, some cooking on board the Shannon Princess. I never tire of a bowl of steaming hot stew, and it's the attention to detail that makes this dish one of the great world's classics. It's an Irish stew. We're using lamb shoulder, which is diced. Beautiful cut, a little bit of fat for flavour. So we're going to slowly cook this. You get your diced lamb, the shoulder of lamb, place it into a pot, cover it with some stock. You can make some nice lamb stock with some lamb bones or the neck of lamb if you want to. You can use some chicken stock, whatever you have time. If you make your own stock, it's always better, but only if you have time. So we're going to cover this completely. Now this is an interesting technique because normally with casseroles, especially a beef casserole, you brown off the meat. This one you don't, you poach it. So you're not really getting colour, you're actually cooking it in that beautiful stock. Going to get my barley next. I've just simply soaked it in boiling water and just drained it off. So the barley is still raw. And then just stir this all through. You can actually make a risotto from barley. It's full of flavour, so it is. Okay, going to bring this to the boil. We're going to cook this for an hour. So you bring it to the boil, let it simmer. Don't let it boil for an hour, but let it simmer. Here's what we have done. Steaming hot. It's not finished because we need to put in all our vegetables. The barley is just beginning to cook. The lamb is just cooked, but I want it even cooked a little bit further. We're going to put in our thyme now. Pick this so your barley is lovely and just to the bite, just lightly cooked. So first of all, I'm going to put in the carrots, sprinkle them in, and then the leeks. So the hardest part of this, I suppose, is chopping all your vegetables. And just stir this through, and then we're going to add in the potatoes. So our smoked bacon gives great flavour, a little bit different in an Irish stew, but there's loads of variations. So I'm just going to mix this all through. I'm going to give it another half an hour. I'm going to put the lid on it. Then we're just going to finish it with some little pearl onions, a little bit of parsley, and that's basically the Irish stew made. So the stew is now cooked. I'm going to show you what it looks like. The diced lamb shoulder, your leeks, you have your barley in there, of course, your carrots, your potatoes. And I just finished it with some baby onions. Just throw them in towards the end. These are already cooked, so we just need to put a little bit of freshness into it. So this is some flat leaf parsley. You sprinkle it in like that. A little touch of salt. So this is some sea salt and a little bit of black pepper in there. So you season always towards the end. So the meat is poached in the actual stock. It's not browned off like your beef stew. And it's a one-pot wonder, so you're keeping all the lovely goodness, the flavours, all in the one pot. With this, we're going to serve some turnip. So what I've done is steam some turnip, but in a separate pan, cooked off a little bit of onion and some smoked bacon. Delicious, absolutely beautiful. And then you mix the cooked onion and your bacon, which is cooked, smoky bacon. Just stir it through your cooked turnip. Obviously, you mash your turnip. Some champ potatoes. So this is just a basic potato puree. We've cooked off a little bit of cabbage. There's a little bit of butter and a little bit of milk in this, so it's lovely and soft. Look at that. You can use scallion, you can use a little bit of cabbage, so Kilkenny, kale, whatever you think, whatever you enjoy, and then just finish it with a little bit of black pepper. So this is the ultimate comfort food, this kind of lovely, soft mashed potato. Now, for our stew, you get lots of the meat, and the meat should be melting in the mouth. There's eating and drinking in this, so there's absolutely gorgeous. And then you just put this at the centre of the table and just let everyone help themselves. So that's my version of Irish stew, served with the turnip and smoked bacon mash and the champ potatoes. I meet lots of people at food fairs all over the country, and one of my favourites is Helen G. She's been making jam at Abbey Farm near Abbeyleix for 30 years, and it's made in small batches, which gives it its homemade flavour and texture.
We have a whole lot of saucepans. Years ago we had 36 saucepans, not that long ago, but we still cook in saucepans every single day of every week.
In small batches, is that the key?
Small batches, yes. We have 2 other cookers. We have a cooking kettle which we concentrate on relishes and chutneys, and then we have a bigger kettle for bigger amounts, like the strawberry and the marmalades, and they go on the automated line.
And how many different ranges do you make now?
We make about 40, I suppose, because we have the different marmalades, different jams, and the chutneys and relishes and cucumber pickle, which we brought on last year.
And your branding is beautiful, you know, the G's, and then you have the Abbey Farm.
The G was the original, so the G was G-E-E, my name. And then we dropped the E's, because the E's were all over the paper. You know, E's were bad for you.
Of course.
So we dropped the E's, so it's G, no E's, and G's jam. So there you are now, Neven.
I like it.
We're starting off with a saucepan,
yeah.
And we're going to put on the margarine, and this helps it from sticking.
And why not butter?
Butter burn.
Does it?
Yeah, it would burn. So this is just lightly put on, and you won't see it or feel it or anything in the jam. So now you're going to help me put in the raspberries, aren't you?
Okay, so these are the raspberries.
Yep.
Here. So you just chuck them all in?
Yeah, chuck them all in. You want a spoon to go with it?
Yeah, have it here.
Poke
Good
them out.
one. So lovely raspberries. And your favourite jam is which?
Blackberry and apple.
Ah.
But I love raspberries as well.
I love the
It's
tanginess
lovely,
of the
you see.
tartness of it.
It's lovely with scones and lovely in brown bread. And you may hand me back that now, and I'm going to stir. This is where you go slowly, because you need to release the pectin.
What does pectin do now in fruit?
It basically sets it.
That's
It
it.
is the setting point, and the sugar then is the preserving point.
And I notice with your jams, they're not very well set. They're still a nice soft consistency.
Yes, I call them soft set.
Soft set.
Soft set
Okay.
jam, and we've been known for our soft set jam for years. Because I don't like glue in a pot. And when you take it out and put it on your scone, it's just nice, goes over your brown bread or your scone. So I'm stirring here now. It could stick still,
Yes.
even though I put the margarine on.
Where would you sell your jams to?
We sell in the USA, Luxembourg and Europe, France and Germany, and of course Ireland. So now, Neven, you have another job.
Okay.
Gonna add in the sugar for me.
Good woman. And it's just caster sugar, is it?
No, it's ordinary granulated
okay.
sugar. Yep.
So just sprinkle it all in?
Yeah, just put it all in, all together.
Here we go.
Thank you very much indeed.
No problem.
Lovely. So I'll stir this now until all the sugar is dissolved.
Helen, where are the raspberries from?
The raspberries are actually from Mount Rath, from Pectin to Trumra. I was over there with them yesterday, so I got the raspberries. They grow quite a lot of fruit.
For this recipe, is it equal quantities of fruit and sugar?
The very same.
Very same.
So we have 2 kgs of fruit in there, and we have 2 kgs of sugar.
So Helen, being involved in the community are very important to you, aren't they?
All community projects we support. We had a new school up here in Knock, a whole new extensions. We support the 2 local GAs, and then we do tennis. We have a tennis club. We're into the same community.
So the sustainability and the community aspect are very important with Argent Green, aren't they?
Oh, they're very important.
Helen, I remember when my mother used to make jam, she used to put a little bit on a plate and wait for it to set and then run her finger. Is that still done, or you're probably the expert?
We actually still do that every day of the week here. Believe it or not, we do it. I don't do it, but all the rest of them do. Even though it's all thermometered and checked by temperature, it is the best way to test it. I lift it up like this, and I'm waiting for it to gel together, come down in just one, that these 3 little knobs will come together. Okay, Neven, ready now. I'll get the jug. So basically, we tilt the jar like this and pour it like that. Otherwise, you'd have bubbles in it. So we lid it like this. So we tip it over. Takes all the air out of it.
Never seen that before. That's cool.
So when this is hot, then, Neven, that tamper-proof thing in the middle,
This here?
Yeah. That will be drawn down when it cools down. It's hot now.
That's Helen, we're filling the big jars, but I know you've loads of small little jars. Tell me a little bit about that. Is that for food service, or what's that for?
The food service, yes. And the food service has been actually very good to us. We supply an awful lot of the 5-star hotels, and we supply Aer Lingus. So if you're going on your business flight now, yeah, you'll be eating it, but I probably won't. I'll never get to fly business.
You'd probably get on free.
I doubt it.
That's a great success story, isn't it? So screw on, turn it over.
Turn it over.
That's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
So that prevents mould.
And you know when you open jam, should you store it in the fridge when you open it?
When you open it, it is better. Okay,
Look
finished.
at the colour. Beautiful, fantastic, absolutely wonderful.
So now we have One for everyone in the audience.
Aren't they all lucky?
Aren't they all
You're
lucky?
going to make everyone happy.
Perfect.
Helen, it's so nice to meet you. I wish you continued success.
Lovely to show you how to make jam.
The bordbia quality mark, ensuring your food is produced to the highest standards.